Repair Zone. Today we're going to work out on a 2008 Ford Ranger. We'll just work out a little bit. Today's Repair Zone, we have a 2008 Ford Ranger. We're going to do an oil change on it. 4-liter engine. If the customer says it's okay, I'll write on what the fuel drain plug is, air filter, oil filter, numbers. Have it up on ramps. You have to do it when it's warm. Oil flows better when it's warm. And it's quite warm, so you're gonna have to be careful. And when you're under the vehicle, you always look for leaks, other leaks or abnormal things that look out of place. It's not very often you're underneath the vehicle. Now that the oil is not coming out, shooting out, what we're going to do now is we'll take the oil filter off. Oil filter is on this side, the same side as your oil plug. Let's see if I can get this with the filter is right there, the red. That must be a Baldwin filter. That's where your engine oil filter is. Just crank that off. And it'll be warm too, so use a rag. And if it's tight, we might have to get a filter wrench. Just perfect, the way it's supposed to be. Tight, but not tight enough, you need a wrench. Because a lot of times they crank them on way too tight and they're not easy to get off. Now you loosen it off a bit and let the oil drip out. You can see how the oil comes out a little bit from the filter. Boy, is that ever warm. I'll dump the oil out. Notice that we have the O-ring. A lot of times the O-ring will stick. This O-ring will stick on the engine, and then if you don't notice that and you put the other one on, it'll pop out and you have a massive oil leak. So you always make sure keep your eyes open for that. Now you see the O-ring on here. What I normally do is I'll take a little bit of the oil that's dripping from the engine, and I'll take it and I'll wipe it on the new O-ring, the new O-ring gasket of the new filter. Now it's ready to go back up in place. Now normally they have you instructions on the side of the filter gasket right here. You wipe off the top of the engine block if it's dirty, oil the gasket, turn this on, the filter on, until it's just touching, and then 3/4 to 1 turn after that. That's all you need. You don't have to crank it on with a wrench, because you crank it on with a wrench, it tightens up later, because I think that O-ring swells up, and then it's a hell of a time to get off. Now I'm just spinning it on. It's right up here, and now I just spun it on by hand, like real quick, until it stops, and now it's basically touching the block. So now I'm going to crank it on just by hand. That's all you need. So now that is a 1/4 turn, right? Half. There. It feels nice and tight, nice and snug. It's good. It'll be fine. Now we're going to have to wait for this to stop dripping here. Inspect the O-ring. O-ring is fine. And if it's not, you put on a new one. .13mm wrench again. Now here's where a lot of people go wrong. They either tighten it too much and strip the threads. But have it so it's nice and snug, not loose, otherwise you're gonna lose your engine oil and your engine. I'm wiping off all the old oil from the filter. And while I was under here, the customer tells me he's hearing a clunking from under here whenever he hits bumps. So now that we're here, I'm looking, and you can see this sway bar. It comes around here and up here. I don't know if we can see, but it's lifted up, that rubber. So if you look under here, the bolt's missing. We're gonna have to jack that sucker up, get some weight off of it, and we'll fix that later on. Hopefully the bolt isn't broke. I'm on the passenger side engine. You can see right here, that's your filler, oil filler cap. Take that off. You can just hand bomb it in there, but you end up missing, so I like to put a little bigger funnel. You don't make such a mess. This is a 5-liter jug. I'm going to put in 4 3/4. We're just going to be kind of guessing as we go. And see if I could hit the funnel without, there we go. Now remember, you do this after you put the plug in. Put the drain plug in after you pour the oil, you'll be cleaning up an oil spill. So a 5-liter jug, we're going to put just about the whole 5 liters in. And you don't have to worry. A lot of people, what they do is they'll go and fill the oil filter full of oil and put it up there, and that just is a potential for putting dirty oil into your engine, because you're putting the oil in the wrong spot if you put it right in the very center where the filter screws on to the engine. It comes out of there. It goes through the outside where all those little holes are, and then it comes out the center. So you're putting unfiltered oil through your engine then. Driver's side, there's a little yellow round circle thing here. That's where your dipstick is to check your oil. So now I'm checking the oil, and it is a little low, but it's going to be low right now anyway. But we're going to start the truck up. It's not low enough that it's going to hurt anything. Here's that's the dipstick, oil dipstick. We're going to start the truck up, and we'll watch for oil leaks. Put the lid on, oil cap. Just let it idle. Take the truck and back it off the ramps. All right, I filled up the oil. I put in about half a liter. I wiped off the stick, and we are right there, just perfectly in line with the cross hatches. Now I wiped it off, you can see where the cross hatch is right there. It's full, so it's good. You're up here, check your power steering. Power steering fluid, you can see it's up between, it's just about onto the max level, so it's good. Brake fluid, it's just about up to max too. Here's your minimum level, there's your maximum level, and we're maybe a 1/4 inch lower, so it's fine. Go over to the other side. Windshield washer fluid, you can see it. You can see the level here. It's good. Radiator coolant is just ahead of the washer fluid on the passenger side. And you can see here, radiator coolant level is down here. It's halfway up the expansion chamber or the coolant reservoir. It's fine. Now we're going to check the air filter. There's 2 clips down here. You pop them up right here and one over here. I already did that. Lift this up and pull, and you can lift this whole thing out, and here is the air filter. Now it looks clean, right? But that's the clean side. Now you look at the dirty side. Actually, this one's pretty good. Now what I do is I'll take it and I'll look into the sun or into a bright light, and you'll see if it's dirty and plugged, you're not going to see that through there. You're not going to see the light through the filter. So this one's good. You can take it and blow it out, but this one is nothing even in there to blow out, so it's good. I'll put it back in now, and we should be done our check. Put it back the opposite way you took it out. Push this in, find the 3 holes, lift this up, slide it in, push it down, take the clips. There's one, and there's the other one. And this would be it for your oil change. Everything is checked, oil is changed, oil level is topped up right to where it's supposed to be. We have our information for next change. It's all good to go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Many of you are watching the videos but not subscribing. It'll be nice to have subscribers. Help the channel out lots. Thanks.